We're live.
What up? Let's get weird. It's your boy Tommy G here with the Friday edition of the Stay Cashin show. The last show before we get into football mode, which I believe we're going to be starting next week, doing some futures, props, things like that we're going to be throwing out to you guys. And we got a big show today. We got baseball. Rackets, you got any tennis for this weekend?
I have a play, yeah. I have a play for today.
Tennis. We got Mike coming on with UFC. Another phenomenal contender series for Mike, so we'll keep the UFC hot streak going. And we have Bill Rupp, who the fuck knows what he's going to do or say. What's up, Bill?
Not much.
Yeah? You got anything stupid planned for today? Or
I did get, thank you guys for all the outpourings of the DMs. We have a lot of people who want to be Evan's assistant. So, it's always to keep in mind, Tommy. Yeah.
I hope he flipped to himself on the camera. He was just like,
I haven't heard anything about this.
What'd you get, DMs, Bill?
Outpouring.
What are they saying?
I mean, some people were like, I could take the job. I want the job. I don't know.
Evan, how do you feel about this? Bill's fielding applications for an assistant for you.
I guess I'm on the hot seat. Maybe I haven't done the Rupp heart rate monitor enough lately.
What is that from, Bill? From writing down the picks one day?
I guess so.
I don't know if you'd be more mad at Bill or the subscribers.
Hey, listen. I mean, we just said it. Subscribers came calling.
Evan, how do you feel about all this? Are you okay with this? I feel like your job is safe.
I would like to think I have a little bit of job security here.
Yeah, you do.
You guys, you don't understand. Go rewatch that show. It was literally bet after bet after bet. You're like, Garrett,
Tommy was just
like, I don't know the
Evan's
fucking
like,
names.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Pirates plus 3.5. We're gonna take Garrett. I'm like, not Amir Garrett.
Yeah,
There
and
was
you
like
say
6
this.
stolen bases.
Yeah. And you guys say this, and I'm just like, I have no idea who these players are. I don't know what the fuck's going on. And just go watch the show. I was so hectic, and I was like, all I did was text you guys. I was like, can you guys please put the bets in the sheet? And you guys are like, fuck you, you're getting fired.
Rackets, what up, brother?
What up, Tommy G? How you doing today, brother?
Oh, I'm doing good. It's Friday, so ain't got shit to do. We got to do this show, and then Bill Rupp is planning on watching Prey tonight. Right, Bill? You're excited for the new Predator movie?
Can't wait.
Can't wait. So that's out.
Oh, it's movie night at the Rupps.
Yeah. So I don't know. I may have some plans tonight, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to watch it with him. We'll see. We'll see how he attacks that. If he does it without me or behind my back, I'm assuming he will. There's a high probability of that. Let's start off, I guess, before we go into the headlines with the first football game of the season last night. That fucking Raiders Jaguars fucking shit show. Bill, you hit your bet, 1 field goal each side.
Yep.
Right. I had the under 30.5. Which looked good until all of a sudden. Rackets, have you ever seen a team play prevent defense in the preseason?
I've never seen a team play their starting running back for 2 series
And
in the
then
preseason either.
Jacobs plays the whole first quarter. Like, what are we doing?
I said that to Tommy right when we were watching this.
like, what?
Jacobs is getting punished out there, and it's so stupid why he's
He's
out.
hurt all the time. I didn't even think he'd get a fucking, series, honestly. I thought maybe, 1 or 2 carries, get him out. Dude, he played the whole first quarter and carried the team.
Stupid.
I mean, and this is a guy who gets hurt all the time, too. Jacobs is always fucking banged up. What are you doing playing him a whole quarter in the first preseason game?
Wasn't he the same player that got rested because of general soreness last year?
Yes, general soreness. I don't think I've ever seen a player.
He was taking a lot of shots yesterday, so.
I mean, general soreness he got set for. So the Jaguars, I mean, you can't judge anything off these preseason games. I don't take anything from it. Outside of the fact that the Raiders' depth is far superior to the Jaguars' depth. And I could understand the Raiders trying to win that game. I was actually on the Raiders, Bill. I told you. I loved the Raiders in that game. I loved their quarterback situation way better the whole through. I think Stidham's good.
I mean, everybody loved them. There was 72% of the money.
That's why I didn't bet it. Sometimes the faction scares you, right? The second I saw 72% on the Raiders, I was like, I'm not betting the Jaguars. Every sharp in America, though, was on the Jaguars last night. But yeah, I was like, no, we'll just stay off this. So that total actually looked good until the fucking end of that game. We still had it on that last drive. And then all of a sudden, Raiders
dude
played-
from Bet Online, is it Dave Mason? I think his name is. He tweeted last night that that Hall of Fame game had more handle than any fucking MLB game last night.
Yeah, I believe
That's
it.
disgusting.
Here's the thing we missed, Bill. 84% of FanDuel plays were on the under. I didn't even see it. I overlooked it. I didn't think anyone would be hitting the under on a 30.5 and 84%. So that'll explain to you why that thing popped off at the end. Again, just a degen play. We just fucking threw something out just to keep some activity. I think we start with the real preseason, next weekend, right?
Yeah, I think
Believe
so.
so, yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
a football
even that's-
game. There's a football game on every week from now until the Super Bowl, so we're set.
Yeah. There we go. And college football will get rocking too, which I'm really excited about. That's what I can't wait. Fucking college football starting at the end of this month. So we are back into prime sports season, ladies and gentlemen. What do we got for headlines here, E?
Well, Brittany Griner gets a taste of the American justice system, and she gets 9 years in prison in Russia.
Yeah. I mean, that was just to get the swap, right, Bill?
Yeah, she had to plead guilty. She knew what was coming. They just needed the trial to end so that they can make the swap. Now they can do it. But
Yeah.
does Russia want him?
I saw Russia said it was an unfair deal somewhere.
Oh yeah, let's trade you the Merchant of Death for a women's basketball player. I mean, yeah, it's definitely unfair. Ev.
Who hates
No,
America?
no. Russia
No, I
Russia
know
said it was
that.
unfair
No.
to them.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's definitely unfair, but not on our side. On
Well,
their
think about it. So you got to look at this from a fantasy perspective.
The Merchant
By the way,
of
you
Death.
guys, what's up?
The Merchant of Death.
Well, I mean, you got to think about it from a fantasy perspective, right? So if you haven't already, make sure you get on board. We still have the special going right now, the end of year deal. Every day that goes by, you're losing value. There's 10 weeks free in that fucking thing. It's like less than fucking $13 a week or some shit for the rest of the year. Go to 4dbets.com. You don't need a promo code. You don't need anything. Lock it in for the end of the year. That gives you all the way through beginning of college basketball, college football, hockey, baseball, fucking UFC, tennis, every sport that'll be going on through the end of the year. So go lock that in now. But you got to look at it from a fantasy football perspective there, Bill. That when you're trading with a complete retard, you trade rape that retard as hard as you can, right? So when you have Vladimir Putin making a fantasy football trade with Joe Biden, even if he's making out, he's going to be like, well, that's not enough. That's not enough. And then the stupid guy will be like, oh, let me give you my fucking fourth wide receiver. And let me give you my backup core. Next thing you know, you fucking, like the San Diego Padres, you brought in fucking 4 guys for nothing. So
he wants the Merchant of Death, the Grim Reaper, and the Devil himself.
And Superman. Yeah. Yeah. So that's happening. I can't wait until this happens because I'm going to tee the fuck off because we know it's happening about the Joe Biden, Mr. Gun Control, is going and offering the fucking largest gun dealer in the world for a basketball player. Like it's going to go real well with the fucking anti-gun crowd. That's going to really fit your message there, Sally. So Brittany Griner probably will be back in America shortly. Part of me really hopes this just implodes.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
I hope it implodes. Fuck her. What else we got, E?
We got Deshaun Watson. Obviously, he got his 6 games, but the NFL is appealing, so I think they're going for an indefinite suspension now.
Yeah, we talked about that in the last show. We'll have to wait and see, right? Did we talk about that here or on Rupp and Rackets?
Rackets.
Oh, we didn't talk about it here. Yeah. So, Bill, what were you saying on Rupp and Rackets?
Yeah, just crazy. I didn't understand it at first. I'm like, how is the NFL appealing their own decision?
Yeah.
Then I guess it's from a judge, and they're appealing. The NFL wants a year at least. So, yeah. I mean, it's going to be what it is. I mean, we'll find. I think we should find out today.
I think it's by this weekend. I don't know if it's today or not. I'm looking at the TV. I don't see anything on here right now. But I mean, realistically, for the NFL, I mean, it's just everything they do is a fucking disaster. Everything. It's like this has been 6 games for a year, right? Like everyone was projecting 6 games for a year, and now all of a sudden, last second, the team they're fucking and the people they're fucking are the Cleveland Browns. Like going into the season, having no fucking idea what they're doing. Like this decision should have been made. Yeah, this decision should have been made. Rackets. This shouldn't be something that we're thinking about right now. Going into this should have been done fucking months ago.
It should have been done months ago, and you should already have like a final thing on it. The appeals should already be done. Everything should already be done. You're in training camp right now.
Yeah.
Like this shit should not still be going on.
No, it's fucking crazy. And I mean, you're talking about like almost a year and a half that this has been going on for. So I mean, Deshaun Watson's like 2 years old. This news, like when he
signed. When did he sign the deal with the Browns? That was back in like January, right? So
he
like
signed a deal with the Browns in January, but he also missed fucking all of last year because of this shit.
Exactly. So
I mean, this is like we knew about these accusations and these charges and everything for fucking his court case was like a year ago. Yep. Like I think it was 2021. So they're just all fucking incompetent retards. But the good news, Evan. You know what the good news in this situation is, no matter what happens?
What's the good news?
The good news is the Jets play the Browns week 2. So no matter what they decide, we will get Jacoby Brissett. So add a win to the Jets fucking wins this year. That is
well, doesn't the appeal, doesn't that allow him to play until there's a decision made?
I think so. I was looking it up yesterday. If anyone in the chat knows the details, I honestly haven't given that much of a fuck about Deshaun Watson the whole time. The same reason I don't give a fuck about Gronk retiring, because I think it's bullshit. Like we said 6 months ago when we stopped talking about it, like nothing we say matters because we're just talking about something that we'll find out when it happens. But from what I was seeing, that because it was 6 games and the 6 games was agreed on by everyone, I think he could. And again, I may be wrong on this. I didn't fucking source this out all night. I think the 7th game is the one that he could play through under appeal. So I think 6 games was just, that's the thing. And he can't play before then. But I may be wrong. If anyone in the chat has a link to an article or if any of you guys have heard different.
Yeah, I could also be wrong because I thought that the appeal like almost allowed him to pay. It's kind of like or play, and then he puts time off and he can play until the appeal goes through. But I don't.
Yeah, I thought they're basically. So I think the appeal would be if the NFL drops like fucking 17 games on him, then he could appeal the final 11 games. Oh, okay. I think this is done. I think 6 games is in stone right now, and that can't move down. But we'll see. Yeah. I don't know. Let me see. No, he baseball. Yeah. Hold on. Brad said it in here. No, he had to appeal the 6, and he didn't. So the 6 is locked in. Yeah. So that's what I'm seeing. The 6 is in from what I see.
And just to
what'd you say?
Oh, go ahead, Rackets.
Rackets. What were you saying there?
I was going to say, I know that Evan is correct for the baseball rules. That's how baseball appeals work. I'm pretty sure football was a little different, though.
Well, no, but he didn't appeal the initial 6. So this is like a new charge almost that they're trying to throw on top of it.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Had he appealed and kept the appeal going, that's why they needed the appeal to end last week or earlier this week when that happened. So we'll see.
This went through like a federal court. This isn't like the NFL's thing. So then the NFL had to appeal the federal court and all that shit.
Yeah. So I'm fairly certain. I'm like 90% that he's out the first 6. So mark a win for the Jets. I mean, you're basically starting 0-6 if you're the Browns. Your season's done. Like Jacoby Brissett is the worst fucking quarterback in the history of the world. What else we got here?
Just kind of piggybacking off of that. Apparently, Cleveland is hosting the National Massage Therapist Convention later this month. So Deshaun Watson, I just put out a tweet on Stay Cashin, show it some love, but he's got to be rolling over in his grave right now.
Shut up. Has that been scheduled?
I mean, if they recently scheduled it, it's clearly on purpose. It's got to be. It's temptation for this guy.
You can't make this up. Cleveland will play host to the National Massage Therapist Convention later this month. I mean, the simulation is just broken. It's just shattered. That's insane. That's the greatest thing I've ever fucking heard in my life. That's from Barstool reporting that, I think. Wow. That's amazing. Ironic. That's absolutely incredible. What else we got?
Just 2 more little things. We have Marquise Brown arrested for speeding, going 126 miles per hour.
I told Bill, we said that on the show on Rupp and Rackets. I was like, this has to be a $120. Like, it has to be 110, 120.
No, we were talking on the phone.
I wasn't on the phone because like you can't get arrested.
The article said 100 at first.
Yeah, you can't get arrested for speeding. Like, you have to literally be going an insane miles per hour. So 126. So now the Cardinals, who basically would have been the Hard Knocks darling, have Kirk left and signed the most ridiculous contract in the history of sports, I think, getting 20-something million for Christian Kirk, right, from the Cardinals. You have Kyler Murray, who is being treated like a toddler and told that he has to fucking stop playing video games and read the playbook for 4 hours a week. You have Hollywood Brown getting arrested for doing 175,000 miles an hour, probably in a school zone and killing 6 people. And then you also have their running backs coach I just saw has like 2 sexual assault charges that he just got today. That's all in the Cardinals right now. Like if you're not, and I hate Kyler Murray and think now that especially that he got his money, he's going to be even worse. Like he's not going to get better now that he got the bag. So I don't think, not to spoil next week's show, but if you're not pounding the Cardinals under this year, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. I mean, that team is in shambles, and this preseason hasn't even started yet, guys.
I mean, isn't there's a suspension for Hopkins too, isn't there?
I'm not.
Well, yeah, wasn't it a PED suspension or something?
I think there's a suspension for Hopkins too. I haven't really dove in. I'm not in football mode yet, but I think I remember seeing that.
Bell drug Cardinals wide receiver Hopkins was handed a 6-game suspension.
Yeah.
So
there we go.
They got JJ Watt.
I remember hearing that.
Oh my God, let me see. I'm just trying to see. I mean, it's so weird when you're all locked in full baseball, how you forget everything from
bro, I've been locked in baseball and tennis the last month.
Week. Yeah, this is my weekend to go get fucking caught up and start doing my research because I got a couple season-long drafts coming up over the next 2 or 3 weeks, so I got to get in football mode. But God, that team's a disaster. Like, yeah, you have to. Their over/under's 8.5, which is probably 2.5 games lower than you thought it would be after the first 5 games of last year, and I'm still going under it. I think. Man,
you guys made fun of me last year too when I was off the Hopkins train, saying I said he was washed, and you're like, "Oh,
well, you were wrong."
Rackets again.
That's why we were off you because you were dead wrong.
No. He's on PEDs.
Didn't matter.
He's on PEDs now, trying to stay relevant.
No, I disagree with that. You said Hopkins didn't matter.
I said he's washed.
That was the dumbest thing I've ever dumbest statement ever in the history. But I can't believe you brought that back up. Like
listen,
that's one of those you just let fucking go.
No, that's fine, dude.
That's like Night Ghost, how he's going to regret this Russell Wilson's wash thing all year.
No, Hopkins is done, dude.
I mean, you're a fucking insane person. But anyway, anything else there at the headlines?
Just the last thing, that the Giants are still in shambles because their recently drafted tackle Evan Neal is absolutely just sucking dick in practice.
The Giants can't draft for shit. Bill, are they the worst drafting team in all of sports?
They're awful.
I mean, I think the worst drafting teams in all of sports are always the New York teams, right? Like it's always the Jets for like 2 decades, like Blair Thomas all the way up. The Knicks are just probably maybe the worst ever, and the Giants are right there. Like 3 of the worst drafting teams in all sports are from New York. So, all right.
You're saying Stafford has some type of weird elbow problem too. So who knows for them? That might be big.
Everything's a mess already. Everything's a mess. And we have my favorite prop, which is going to be the under on the Philadelphia Eagles. Everyone's so high on the Eagles. Are any of you guys high on the Eagles this year? Please tell me one of you are so we could debate.
No.
Oh, my God. We're going to have to bring someone on that's high on the Eagles because I don't want to.
Healy Eagles
I think it's
fan?
Hoffman and Healy.
I think it's Night Ghost too. I think literally the rest of our staff is high on the Eagles except us.
Because they have A.J. Brown?
I'm not.
Is that it?
I mean, dude, it doesn't matter if you put fucking 17 guys. They have Jalen Hurts. They're fucking done. So I'm curious to see how that goes. Let's get into some baseball here. Let's talk about some bets. Yesterday was an interesting day. Fucking white hot for me in the morning, coming off a white hot day. We should mention here that on the Stay Cashin show on Wednesday that I told everyone not to bet the Milwaukee Brewers, that the Pittsburgh Pirates own the Milwaukee Brewers, Bill Rupp, and 2 games in a row, the Pittsburgh Pirates come out, win us a plus 200 in all the run lines against the Milwaukee Brewers. Anything you have to say on that?
I had the team total.
Big mouth Billy Bass.
Big mouth Billy Bass.
Team total. I didn't bet the money line.
You did tell me I was stupid though for taking the Pirates.
Stupid, but I didn't bet it.
Well, obviously, wasn't that stupid? Plus 200 2 days in a row. Book it. It's a great play. Today they play some shitty team. I forget who they play, but some garbage. Oh, the Orioles.
Unbelievable.
Oh, Orioles.
Which, by the way, cashed my plus 150 and my 140 and Anisimova and the Orioles on Wednesday too.
Let's go. So let's get to this slate here. We got a game right now. I don't have any interest in this Cubs Marlins game. Didn't even put a bet out on it. Any of you guys have any interest? It's still nothing. Top of the first.
No, I have a same game parlay in my account of just no runs through 4 innings, and that's it. Just okay. I think no scoring.
Yeah,
much.
I just have nothing. I'm so done with fucking day baseball. It's just so retarded. If I could avoid it, I'm avoiding it. I mean, obviously.
I don't bet it anymore.
I don't know if this started yet, Tommy. I have a play for Arena Sabalenka. I don't know if it started at 2 or if she's delayed. It was minus 110. I have no idea what the line is now. I can't check it, but
Sabalenka, it's 2-2, 30-30, minus 145 on serve.
okay, she was
Minus
minus 110. She was minus 110 pre-match. I like it. If it's on serve, she's good.
You can get a minus 120 on serve right now, 30-30, 2-2. So,
There you go. That's my play.
All right. It's Sabalenka, S-A-B-A. Oh, you got it in there already.
I got it in there already.
Rackets is on his shit today.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Let's go. All right. So rest of the baseball slate, break this down. So pull my page up here.
It sucks.
It doesn't suck. That's the
It's
thing.
not great.
It's interesting because from a fan perspective and from a game perspective, it's awesome, right? From a betting perspective and going to pick on bad teams and ride the good teams that we tend to ride, it kind of sucks. So we'll start it off with the Pirates at the Orioles Rackets. We got Keller on the mound versus Creamer. What are you thinking here? Looks like it's going to be a weather problem here.
Yeah, this is the first time all season that the Orioles are minus 155, and that is way too much. Kramer's given up 10 runs in his last 2 starts. I think they're probably losing in the 4th or 5th inning. That's when I'm going to hit them. They're probably going to be plus 300, plus 400 by that point. This team just fights till the end, man. They're going to end up coming back and probably win the game. But if you want to do a double result, I don't have any problem with Orioles losing first 5, winning the game.
Okay. Bill?
Nothing.
Okay, so I'm going running the first here, minus 110 on Pitt Baltimore, and I'm also going first 5 over on this one. I think this is going to be a fun series between these two because both these teams tend to come back. Let me just get that for you there. We saw it with Pitt the last 2 games against Milwaukee. They were actually getting killed against Milwaukee and then came back and won both of those games. Baltimore tends to do the same thing. And we know Baltimore has a pretty good offense. I like this Pitt offense, the way it's coming together. I mean, I've been on a lot of these shitty teams lately, the Oaklands, the Pittsburghs and stuff. This Pittsburgh team, I think
You've come onto the dark side with me the last couple weeks.
Yeah, I mean, O'Neal Cruz, I just love. I think this kid's going to be a fucking star. So I just love what he adds to that team in the middle of that lineup. And I'm going to take the first 5 over here. Let me just go. I don't even know if this game's going to play, guys, so it might not play. I'm going to go the first 5 over 4 minus 155. So first 5 over 4 minus 155. Take that. That game might get rained out, though. Keep in mind. Nationals Phillies played half a game yesterday. I don't know how in the year of our Lord 2022 we're still fucking ending baseball games in the 5th inning instead of finishing them the next day. It's so ridiculous. 5-4 game, and they just shut the game down. So none of the props were live or anything. They all got wiped out. But what?
I had the Phillies in a parlay, so that helped me.
Yeah, I mean, listen. If you had the Phillies money line, that's great. Phillies minus 207 versus Josiah Gray. Kyle Gibson. What do you think, Bill? You going back to the flips?
Yeah, I like the Phillies again today. I'll have them in a parlay.
Okay. So nothing to put out yet. Wait till the other game pops up.
Yep.
All right. So Bit Rackets.
I'm on the Phillies too, but that's a heavy line. I'll have to parlay with something.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm probably gonna throw them in a parlay too. Mets. We will talk. Mets. Nice win yesterday, Bill Rupp. Big win. I thought Atlanta would take that one with Wright on the mound. Wright just fucking started giving up home runs to everyone who stepped on the fucking on the field. But you got Ian Anderson versus Taijuan Walker today. Mets only minus 140. This is a game where when I looked at the 5 games of this series, this is the game I thought the Mets would win because Ian Anderson is pretty much a gas can. But I don't like that the Mets used fucking Diaz for 2 innings yesterday for no reason. Like, he threw like 28 pitches and for no reason. Like, they were up 2 runs in the 8th and they brought in Diaz. Now he's unavailable for today.
This is actually one of my plays. I love the Mets today. I'm all over the Mets today, minus 140. Pete's getting hot. He's fucking hit 3 homers this week. Mets offense is going. I'm riding with the Mets. Ian Anderson's a fucking dumpster.
Bill?
Yeah, I like the Mets too. I'm not going to bet the game just because I'm a fan. I don't like going against the Braves. I will cheer for the Mets. I'll watch the Mets game. I have Starling Marte will be in my parlay, my hit parlay that I'm putting together right now. But Marte's on fire. Vogelback, they're crushing it right now. But I'm not going to bet against the Braves, so I'm just going to have my hit parlay, and then watch the game.
Yeah, I don't know what
If
I'm
I was
doing.
to take a side, I would take the Mets.
I would take the Mets too if I was taking a side. The thing about
Oh, look at this.
I said this is the game. The thing about Ian Anderson though, Rackets, he actually, I mean, he's not going to go deep, right? He never gets into the 7th inning almost ever. But I mean, you'd be lucky to get 6 out of him. But his last 5 starts, he started to come around since the All-Star break a little bit because I didn't think he was a bad pitcher coming into this year. He just pitched bad all year. But he's 5 innings, 1 earned run, 5 innings, 2 earned runs, 5 1/3, 1 earned run, 3 innings, 7 earned runs, and then 6 innings, no earned runs in his last 5 starts. 2 versus Washington, 1 versus Arizona, 1 versus St. Louis, and then he got blown up versus the Angels. He's starting to put it together a little bit. That's the only thing. This line does look a little trappy. Mets at home after a win.
I agree with you on the trappiness. I've targeted him 3 times this year, and I think he's gone 5 innings total and given up about 20 runs. So yeah. I'm going right back at him.
Right. He's turning it around a little bit, and Atlanta does have a pretty good bullpen. They have like the 5th best bullpen in baseball. So I don't know yet. I can't make a final decision. I'm with Bill. I'll probably have a play on this game come. Maybe I'll go Braves 1.5 or something. I don't know where I'm going to go with it, but I'll have something on it. But I do lean Mets right now. I just think it's a little trappy. Tigers, Rays, Rackets?
Not really too much interest in this game at all. Tigers have been tricky. Rays aren't really scoring. I don't want anything to do with it.
Yeah, I don't want anything to do with this game. Fuck that, Bill.
No.
Houston Astros versus the Guardians. Valdez versus Gaddis. -225 for the Astros. Bill,
I can't trust that offense lately, man. They're not scoring. I don't want 225 on the Astros.
I'm never.
I mean, yeah, that seems like a little bit of a haul right there. I'm gonna need to see the lineups as the Astros and the Yankees are fucking with their lineups every single day. Bill, you were talking about it yesterday. Why the fuck did Judge sit the day before?
Yeah.
They had an off day. Like, I don't know.
Astros don't score unless Jordan homers. Yankees don't score unless Judge homers.
Right.
I don't want anything.
Exactly. So I'm gonna need to see this. I mean, I got to look into Gaddis. I think this is his first start. I don't know anything about him if it's not. Hunter Gaddis, yeah, this is his first start. So I'm going to dig into his minor league numbers and see if anything's there. So a play might pop out on this, but I'm not going to give anything at 2 p.m. before I've dug into Hunter Gaddis here. Let's go. We did Rays, Tigers, Braves, Mets. We did White Sox, Rangers. I mean, the White Sox just continue to just – it's La Russa. You just got to accept that there's 2 people destroying the White Sox. And it's Tony La Russa, who this team has no energy. He's sleeping in the dugout. They're a disaster. And Yohan Moncada. I mean, Moncada's up in a big situation every single – they were batting him second. This guy's batting 198 or something. They were batting him second for the whole year. And he was destroying every rally. Now they got Luis Robert back, and they put Eloy Jimenez batting 3rd, which I think is weird, and then Moncada's batting 5th. And Moncada, still yesterday, every big spot, found Moncada, and he sucked. So Dylan Cease on the mound, Glenn Otto for the Rangers. It's a series you'd like to fucking be able to attack, where there should be a lot of runs, and it should be a fun back-and-forth series. I mean, I don't know if I can go back to the fucking White Sox after the last couple times.
I can't. I have no interest in the White Sox whatsoever.
Bill, what are you thinking on this one? You had Texas team total the other day.
Yeah, I'll have him again today.
Against Cease?
Yep. Texas is doing things they're supposed to be doing.
There you have it, folks. Red Sox, Royals, Winkowski versus Greinke. This is a pretty even matchup here. I went to I hit a live bet in my account last night when that game went 2-2. I thought the line was terrible. Royals had a man on first in the bottom of the 7th in a tie game. I hit it, and then I went to write it in the chat, and as I was writing it, Bobby Witt Jr. got a single or something, made it 1st and 3rd, and the line jumped to -350, so we were never able to get it out. But I don't know. Whenever Greinke pitches, Bill, I gotta fucking watch an inning and see if he's fucking old Greinke or new Greinke, because that dude is very erratic.
Yeah, I mean, he could, like he did against the Yankees, bunch of slow fucking bullshit that they couldn't hit, right?
I mean, just look at his recent games. I'll go back to May 23rd. Here's his earned runs, or here's his runs: 7-5, 1-1-6-0-4-0-3. Like the team's either not, and even if you go behind that, 2-7-2-1. I mean, that's since May. So it's either 2 runs or less, or like 4 or 5 runs or more. So you could tell right at the beginning of the game, because he's only going to go about 5, maybe 6 innings. You can tell right at the beginning of the game if he's got his junk that he could throw, because he throws like fucking 62 miles an hour. So I probably got to wait an inning on this, Rackets.
Yeah, Greinke, you're not going to get any strikeouts too. So it's whatever kind of contact he's getting. If he's getting soft contact, that's fine. I have no problem with the Royals, but there's no way I'm putting any money on Boston. That's for sure.
Yeah, no, you can't right now. Let's move on to the next game on the list here. Yankees at Cardinals. Nasty Nestor -150 versus Hudson. Cardinals at home here. Bill, we going to the Yankees?
Nope. Don't go. Not going against the Cardinals, and that's it. Cardinals are too weird of a team. If those hitters are hitting Goldie and everybody, then they can't be beat once Goldie gets a hit. The Yankees are kind of the same way. 2 teams, kind of the same type of offense, right? Feast or famine. And I'm going to pass because there's 2 teams I like to target for total runs, and they're playing each other. I don't know which way to go, so I will not be betting it.
I'm going to take the Yankees here. I'm going to go Yankees -150 on this one.
Woo!
Cortez. I'm going to do it. I don't love this St. Louis team. You guys like it. I'm going to take
on the road.
Yeah.
This is one of the days to target St. Louis, though. You don't have any of their big 3 starting. We were on the Cardinals the last couple days with Quintana, Michaelis, and it's a doubleheader. Quintana, Michaelis, and then the day before with Wainwright. So their big 3 is done for me. I'm good with targeting the Cardinals for the next couple days.
Yeah, so you're going to be on the Yankees too?
I'm on the Yankees with you, yeah.
Yeah, Dakota Hudson will get you 5, maybe 6 innings out of this if he's doing all right. But, yeah, I think the Yankees are safe today, being that they just had off and Judge sat the day before. You should be seeing most of the lineup minus Stanton in there, so I'm okay with the Yankees today. Arizona and Colorado pitching matchup here, Bumgarner versus Marquez. I just auto-bet the overs when these 2 teams play. I was telling Bill about it. I do it every time. It's been a thing since my DFS days, and you will win more often than not when you auto bet Colorado and Arizona. It doesn't matter where they play. It doesn't matter if it's in Coors or if it's in Arizona. I'm going to be doing the same thing today. So I'm going to have run in the first inning here, -110 in the Colorado-Arizona game. And I'm going to have over 4 first 5, -140 in this Arizona-Colorado game. And probably will add later an all-game over, too. But I like the over in this one here. Rackets, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm good with it. Christian Walker's heating up. He's hit 2 homers in the last couple days. He probably gets another one tonight, I think. He's been pretty good against Colorado this year.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm good with it. I'm Arizona for run in the first, for first 5 over. I think they win the game, too.
Yeah, I think this is spot. This may get fun during the game if Bumgarner doesn't, he's been okay, but he's given up runs in every single time he stepped on the mound. But he's been pretty good. He's sitting at like 4.5 ERA, but you're giving up 2 or 3 or 4 runs with Bumgarner. So I think we get that first 5 over pretty easy. May end up laddering that on this game. The series everyone's waiting to see right now. Outside of the Mets and Braves, you also got the Padres and Dodgers going at each other. Minaya on the hill versus Gonsolin in Los Angeles, this revamped Padres club. I think there's going to be some runs here for sure. Rackets, which Minaya shows up?
Lefty against the Dodgers or the real Sean Manaea? I think the Dodgers are going to be a little bit pumped up for this series. Both teams are going to be pumped up. I think the Dodgers get game 1 here. The Padre offense kind of scares me, but I'm riding with the Dodgers and Gonsolin in game 1.
Bill?
I love betting on the Dodgers. Padres lineup, it's just scary. Like, they put up all those runs and then they didn't score any. I don't know. I just don't know. I'm going to have to watch a game first to see it, to see how it's going. I don't know. I'm probably just going to be a fan.
So the crazy thing is that at the start of last season, the Padres were just skull fucking the Dodgers. I'm trying to pull it up right now as we're talking because I was betting them every game.
Did you do the Brewers Reds?
No. Well, did we? No, I might have skipped it.
A bunch of games.
No, it's all right. Well, if we miss it, we'll just go back to it. So at the beginning of last year, the Padres lost the first 2 games to the Dodgers, then won 7 of their next 8 versus the Dodgers. And that's when I was like, I'm a big Padres mark forever. And then in August and September, the Dodgers ran off like fucking 10 in a row versus them and killed them. This year so far, the Dodgers are pretty much owning them 5 wins versus 2 losses. I don't know, man. I think this is the changing of the guard now with the Padres. I put a future out plus 1,000. Evan, if you want to put it on the sheet, Padres to win the World Series plus 1,000. Lefty versus the Dodgers. I'm going Padres plus 140. I can't turn it down. I got to do it. Plus 140 here for the Padres. If they're not making a statement this series, they're going to be in some trouble. So I'm going Padres plus 140. What game did I skip because I switched sites I was looking at? Cincy, Milwaukee, and Toronto, Minnesota, right? Yeah. So Cincy, Milwaukee, Lauer, and Duggar. Rackets.
Pass. I don't want anything to do with that game.
Bill probably does.
Yeah, I'm gonna have Milwaukee's team total in my parlay.
All right. Well, you got to put it out. What is it?
I am still putting it together.
All right. So I am. I'm probably laying off this. I may parlay Milwaukee with Philly. Let me think about that for another minute. I think I'm laying off.
My other parlay is that I put in the sheet. Altuve to get a hit, Marte to get a hit, and Vlad to get a hit. Plus 170 for those 3. Guaranteeing nice games out of those guys, and that should hit with ease.
With ease, he says. Plus 170 with ease, Bill Rupp says.
Yes.
Tyler Mahle making his fucking first start in Minnesota against fucking the guy that I hate the most. Hated him coming into the year. Said he's a bag of shit, and he's pretty much been a bag of shit. Barrios. The mighty have fallen with that fucking guy. What do you think here, Rackets? Does Mahle make a debut and ball out? Do we touch this game?
This is one of my plays. I'm on the Blue Jays. Blue Jays offense been hot, man. I'm not a Mahle mark like you. I don't
really love Mahle. I don't love Mahle.
Yeah, he's
like saying pop to Mahle.
Pop to Mahle. We had a lot of his strikeout props last year, but I'm not a big fan. Blue Jays offense been hot. I like the Vlad hit call. Vlad might even go yard today. I'm on the Blue Jays minus 125. I think is a joke.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to lay off this or go over. I think I'm gonna go over on this game. Probably hit. Let me just do that. I'm gonna hit the first 5 over again. Barrios has been good lately. That's the only thing holding me off. Like, he sucked. I think he had a 6 ERA in June, a 7 ERA in May, and I think he's had a 3 ERA in July so far. So he has been good. He has sorted himself out. Been a lot of Kansas City, Detroit, Oakland that he's been facing during this run. And I don't bet Minnesota ever. So I'll probably be taking a first 5 over on this one, but not putting anything out official yet for the subscribers at 4 Deep. You guys I'll probably have a play on this game, but nothing official right now. Any other game I missed there, Bill?
No, but I did put together my parlay. We
do have one more, but you can do that. Go.
Yeah, Phillies money line. So I said I was going to parlay that with something. You talked me into the Yankees, but not on the money line. I'm going to go their team total. Just do the rest of the 3 teams over 1.5 on MGM. Yankees, Arizona, and Brewers with the Phillies money line comes out to 118. Should get that done with ease.
With ease.
With ease. Parlay. So that's MGM over 1.5. Yankees team total 1.5. Arizona 1.5. Brewers 1.5, and the Phillies plus 118. I don't know why the other sites don't offer that.
Yeah. And like I said, the hit parlay on FanDuel, Altuve, Marte, Vlad, with ease. Plus ease. 170.
Bill's just winning them all with ease today, Rackets.
170. I mean, Rackets, who's not going to get a hit out of those 3 guys today?
Nobody, Bill Rupp. Everybody's going to get a hit.
I think it's already done. I think they should pay you out right when you click this.
I mean, I think the game started at 2:00 already.
Yeah, probably.
Like yesterday.
Remember, like the other day, like Quan? I'm giving out Quan. Quan already got a hit, Tommy. That's how good I am. Quan had already gotten a hit.
You're that good. You're that good. You're that good. You know where I'm going tonight, boys and girls. Seattle at home. Robbie Ray going against Sandoval and the Angels. Minus 196. I am going to be having Seattle in everything. I'll have their team total in my team total parlays. I'm going to be taking this minus 196 and just pile driving it all over the place. So this is what I am going to parlay with the Phillies. I'm going to be going Seattle money line, Phillies money line plus 130. That's what I'm going to be hitting. Bill, why are you shaking your head now?
I'm just not going to target Seattle with the two best players out.
Nope, France is back. France is back today.
Oh, he's back? Okay, well, with their best player out then.
Well, they got Kyle Lewis back too, though, over the last couple of weeks. So that lineup,
So,
I mean, their lineup is still Frazier, France,
but
Lewis,
when they-
Suarez.
coming off attacking the Yankees, are going to be on a high.
They had a day off.
I picture this as a big time letdown here.
No,
big time.
not at all.
I hope I'm wrong.
Are we going to do this again? I think you just do this on days when you know we don't have shows the next day. And you know what he told me yesterday, Rackets? When
What's
fucking
that?
Pittsburgh won on fucking Wednesday, and on Thursday I talked to him. I go, I'm going to kill you on Friday. He's screaming at me on the phone that it's illegal. He's like, it's illegal. We didn't have a show the next day.
We didn't have a show the next day.
If we don't have a show the next day, I'm not allowed to go and attack him.
Yeah, you got Rackets. Who's going to go back and talk about a game that happened 2 days ago?
But the person, if you're fucking shitting on me for a play and it wins, at plus
nobody wants
200,
to hear what happened in the past, Tommy. Come on.
His rule.
What have you done for me lately, Tommy G?
I mean, it's
Exactly. Let's keep it moving. Fresh
the most
stuff.
fucking insane person I've ever met.
Fresh content. Everyone, you think listeners are going to remember what happened on Wednesday? It's Friday.
No, that's why I need to remind them.
They don't even remember.
Yeah, that's why I need to remind them. Well, on Tuesday, I will be talking shit to Bill. I'm making a note here. Talk shit to Bill.
First of all,
Seattle.
I'm not betting the Angels, but I think this could be a major letdown for Seattle today. But I do hope, for your sake, and the people who are betting it with you, that Seattle wins.
Okay. I absolutely love this spot today. Robbie Ray has been fantastic when he's not playing the Astros. Like, I mean, literally, it's insane. Like, look at his last fucking 10 starts. 7 innings, no runs. 7, 1 run. 6 innings, 1 run. 7 innings, no runs. 6 2/3, 1 run. 6 innings, 1 run. 6 2/3, 3 runs. 3 innings, 6 runs. 2 innings, 4 runs. It's basically just been, those are the last 2 of the Astros. The Astros just fucking destroy him. I don't know what he can't get out of his own way. So I'm all in Robbie Ray versus the Angels. I think he goes 7. Let me just see here. I need lineups to give official prop parlays and stuff like that. I know some either do it Aber's way or you do it, the way I do it. Not saying it's, mine, but there's 2 different styles when you give out props. You either do it first thing in the morning to get the best line, right? Or you wait until as long as you can to get the most information. If you're doing anything in the middle, you're retarded, right? Because by 2, 3 o'clock, you already missed the best line and you don't have the most information. So I need to see the lineups. I'm going to wait until the lineups come out. But I will tell you right now, I don't have to make it an official play. Robbie Ray over outs, I'm probably going to have. Robbie Ray over strikeouts, I'm going to have. Robbie Ray in the win. This will be a big game as long as we get the right lineup for both teams here for me. And it's the last game of the night at 10:10 p.m. So we got plenty of time on that. So get over to 4deepbets.com. You can either buy the whole year or just come in for the fucking week. $27 for 7 days. You're always best to do it on the Friday because you got all the fucking weekend sports, NASCAR, golf, tennis, baseball, fucking, what's the other one? UFC. Get in. $27. Try it out. Football's coming. Get in here and check it out. But I'll be having a lot of Robbie Ray exposure. But let's do that Phillies, Seattle, plus 127. All right. Anything else on the baseball tip here or any questions in the chat?
Nah, I got some shit to do. I gotta bounce out of here, so we'll see you in the chat tonight, guys.
Later, Rackets.
Later, Rackets.
Later.
All right. Let's go bring in Constantino. Let's get some UFC popping here. Bill, have you looked at the PFL tonight?
Yeah, it's guys I have no idea who they are, but maybe you would have a better idea of who they are than I do.
I'll dig into it. Let me, I don't think, did they have it on FanDuel? Which was it? FanDuel didn't have it or did have it?
I think FanDuel did have it.
They usually, DraftKings is the one that has all the odds on it and stuff. We'll ask Mikey when he comes on. Oh, Mikey's here. What up, Constantino?
What up? Yeah, it's on most major sports books tonight. FanDuel, DraftKings has it. I do have a play. Not getting it here for free because I originally teased it in our chat, and I said I'm coming with a flamethrower. And there's a fight tonight that I really, really like. But I'm waiting on one more phone call in the PFL. and I don't normally bet those, but I'm waiting on one more phone call because I want to check something out. I just responded in the chat to somebody that asked. So make sure you get in and get it. I'll add everybody, but I feel very comfortable about it, and I just don't know what I'm missing because it looks to me like a very good bet. But
well, I mean, as hot as you've been in these secondary markets with the Contender Series, I don't think you're missing anything. So
I appreciate that.
I would side with the fact that you're not missing something, and let's hammer the shit out of it.
So we're 7-1 in the Contender Series, and the one being the main event, that we lost on the last fight, which was crazy. And it was our free bet here, and I saw some comments and people asking about the hedge versus the not hedge. Now, keep in mind, if we had it alone and that was all we had, the bet rides. I wouldn't have hedged it. However, we had that ending leg tied to 10 units. That's why when we hedged inside our chat, we arbitraged it as Bill.
We had an arbitrage
profit lock. And, we locked up a win on the night.
Arbitrage profit lock. Profit.
Correct. And I could have calibrated it for more, and one more, but I really liked the bet. So if you notice, even our subscribers, we just covered our outlay. So we won small on it, but we wound up cashing on the night almost 2 units. Last week's show, we hit our plus 186 free bet parlay. I'm going to come back today with another underdog plus money parlay, but go ahead, Tommy. I think I cut you off. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, let's get it. Let's go right to the UFC. What do you think of the card this week from a high level perspective before we get into the individual fights? And we're coming off a fantastic card last week. What do you think we're looking at this week?
So it's a little dynamic because it started with 12 fights. There were 2 fighters that missed weight today, so they didn't.
Mike froze.
Frozen Constantino.
Beautiful.
Mike, you're frozen. He's stuck.
Well,
He's back.
I don't know what happened. It said Zoom quit unexpectedly, but I'm back. Sam Alvey, who's fighting tomorrow rather, and he's 0-7 his last 8. It's a farewell fight. UFC all but said, we're giving you the last fight in your contract, but we encourage you to retire, right? So he's done in the UFC. But more importantly, he missed weight by 2 pounds, and he's now a TikToker. He is legitimately a TikToker. No more training. His wife is cornering him and wrapping his hands. If you go to his TikTok, it's all about the fight pack and the buzzword songs. He's going to milk the fuck out of that for as long as he can. And he missed weight. So obviously I like the other side here. We're not even bringing it up because it's a big favorite per se. But I like to look for those angles, like fighters that are just like done. He's coming into it with his retirement. But let's talk about what we do have.
Well, let me stop you there with Al, because I do like to take advantage. No one in the fucking world loves picking on fighters who I think aren't focused on fighting more than I do.
Just go to his TikTok.
And I trust you on it because Alvey hasn't even fought. The fucking guy used to fight like every 2 weeks. I feel like he's fought once since like 2021. So this also kind of fits. It's close to fitting my strategy of minus 700 favorite, minus 670 favorite, that you just take him inside the distance. Does Sam Alvey gets finished? He's very durable. Do you think he gets finished?
Yeah, it's quite possible. Olajaychuk could put the volume on him, and Alvey has fought and been finished lately. So I just don't like anything that I've seen. Look, if you have enough time to get the buzzword song and then put everything in, like today's fight kick, today's meal, and you do all the editing, and and you're a fucking UFC fighter. Here's my prediction: he's going to lose, he's going to get cut, and he's not going to retire. And I don't blame him. As a businessman, you want to get as much traction as a pro fighter. So he'll either go like bare knuckle or sign on just so he can make his TikToks. And he'll just ride it. And again, I don't blame the guy. But to me, his fight end of the road is done. And the other kid's on the come up a little bit, Olajaychuk. So, I do favor against him.
All right, I'm going to throw one in here just because this fits my little system here.
You might want to wait until I give you my other plays.
Okay, I was going to
add in.
I'm going to take Olajaychuk inside the distance. That's what.
Okay, and to finish your question about how do I like the card, one thing I don't like is there's 4 girl fights on the card, and one of them being the tough finale where you have a 2-1 fighter, and then the other one being a tough finale for the guys. So it's a little out of a card, but I do like a lot of spots on it. And overall, and the free bet I'm going to give you today is I'm going to talk it through and explain to you what I'm doing here, because it does involve 2 favorites, right? One in particular. So let's start with the first one, and it's Quinlan. Quinlan is 5-0, 5 wins, all inside the distance, 3 by knockout, 2 by submissions. And on the Contender Series, he absolutely starched his opponent and then got suspended by USADA for an anabolic steroid that's used for like weight cutting. So they made it a no contest. But we have somebody with extreme power, very fast hands, and he's fighting Jason Witt, who's 19-8, but all 8 of his losses have been finished inside the distance. And Witt is extremely, extremely chinny, and he's been knocked down 3 opponents out of his 5 UFC opponents. So I don't see that changing here. He's a heavy wrestler, but he also gasses. And Quinlan's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. So even if Witt does get the fight to the ground, he's got to do that rinse and repeat for 3 rounds prior to Quinlan finding his chin, which I do not see happening. So I'm going to take Quinlan, and I'm going to play him inside the distance as a parlay leg, because I just don't think that Witt can win the fight per se, and if that's the case, it's not going to go the distance. And if Witt somehow miraculously wins, we're going to lose our bet anyway. So I'd rather get as much juice out of that and take the 5-0 guy against the guy that's been finished in all his losses and is chinny, and our guy's a killer. So the first leg to this parlay is going to be Quinlan inside the distance, and we're going to do the same concept on the back end of the parlay, which is with Terrence McKinney. Now, Terrence McKinney is also a killer be killed type fighter, and it's obviously a very high line, but even the inside the distance is minus 400 on McKinney. So McKinney is 12-4. Every single one of his fights, wins and losses, finished inside the distance. Every single one of his fights, except for 2, finished in the first round. Okay, so we know that this fight is not going the distance. And he's fighting a guy who I don't even think is UFC caliber, the Ghost Pepper Gonzalez. And he was knocked out in his UFC debut by Jim Miller, who, I know intimately and cornered, who doesn't have, knockouts on his record until as of late. And now he's fighting McKinney, who's a killed or be killed fighter. So the same thing. I like McKinney inside the distance, parlayed with Quinlan inside the distance. And I was able to get back plus 125 on that. So I feel very comfortable about both of those bets and now getting plus money on it.
I like it. Sorry.
Mike, so I was looking at his TikTok a little bit. It was fight week. So there was 1 week to go before the fight. This was going back a couple of days. And he needed to cut 24 pounds. Is that normal? That much?
Yeah. I mean, he missed weight.
They're saying he made it on the second try.
Oh, did he?
I didn't see that. He missed the initial weight, and he made it on the second time.
Okay. All right. Well,
24 pounds. Wow, that's a lot in a week.
Yeah, but even for 205ers, it's not as much as it would be for like 145 pounders. You know what I mean? Because it's a percentage. But either way, it's still a lot. But most guys do it. And when you've done it so many times, they have it down to a science. And, some are rougher than others. Some guys that I've had that cut weight very easily have had those 1 or 2 cuts where it just doesn't come off. But again, like I said, if you look at his TikTok bill, which you are, look at all the videos. I mean, how many of them training and how many of them showing his fight kit and giving a behind the scenes? And he's getting a lot of likes, comments, and follows because of who he is, right?
Well,
he's going to want to milk that.
How about my call, my favorite fighter, which was Sugar Shane O'Malley. And it was basically, he came out the other day and said
Congrats.
That the only reason he's fighting is to sell T-shirts.
What? I didn't hear that.
He literally said it. He was on a show, and Sugar Sean O'Malley came out. And
I got to see that.
He literally said, I fight in the UFC to keep my brand alive to sell T-shirts. He said it on an interview. Or no, you know what it was? It was on a live stream. He was playing video games on a live stream.
Yeah. And he's a big Twitcher with over 1 million followers.
Yeah, and he was playing video games on a live stream, and then he said it. He said the USC basically just serves as my platform to stay relevant, to sell my merch.
Well, he might be in trouble to stay relevant because he's fighting Peter Yan next. And I think that's an awful matchup for Sugar Shan.
Well, I think that's why. I think they're fucking sitting there and they're seeing that he's basically given up on caring about the fighting so much. And they're saying, fuck you. They're here. Go fucking fight.
And I got to tell you, Tommy, I don't know if you know this, but I know how much you love Sugar. But kind of lost a little respect for him when he allowed Tekashi 69 to tattoo 69 on his body. Not only did he put another man's tag on him, Tekashi 69's a
rat.
A little rat. I mean,
rat.
And he allowed him to tattoo his name on him.
I'm over Sugar Sean.
That kind of took a little step backwards on the Sugar Sean train.
I've been over him for a couple fights when I realized that he didn't care about fighting anymore. He just cared about fucking his Twitch stream and all that. I told you, Bill, last fight we had him minus 500, all of us, and I was like, this is the fight that scares the shit out of me. And then it got stopped because of eye poke or whatever it was, and I was like, thank God. Like I don't trust him anymore. I don't want anything near him. All right, Mikey, any final words before you let you go?
I have a final something, and I don't know if it's for this platform or not, so I'll tease it with you, and then if it's not here, we'll do it, inside of our chat. But I'm fucking blown away a little bit. I had a call, yesterday with one of the commissioners. So you know how every state regulates for MMA, where New Jersey is different than New York, is different than Texas, is different than California, and then they have one overseeing body called the ABC, and they are the ones that set the rules. And it was brought to my attention, like, the official scoring criteria, because the conversation was, what the fuck is going on? And it's the worst I've ever seen it in my history of the sport. And the way that he told me that it was passed down from the ABC to these individual commissions is not something I would have ever even realized. And now I'm going to start to factor into my handicap where these fights are taking place in the state, because there's certain commissioners that mandate you score it the ABC way, and there's other commissioners in other states that see it different and oppose them. And it's going to bring a new wrinkle into the way that I look at these fights. And it plays into New York tonight, with the PFL. And
let's save that. Yeah, we'll make them pay for that shit.
And I'm waiting on that.
So you're saying that it's certain cities.
I'm going to give you an example, and I'm going to blow your mind because it makes zero sense to me, and it never was this way. If Tommy fights Bill, and Tommy comes out, think about this, guys. 5 minutes. Tommy comes out. Boring stand-up. Tommy gets the takedown. Not much action. They scramble back to their feet. Little lull in the action. Bill punches Tommy in the face. Tommy gets another takedown. Holds him down for 2 minutes now.
I'm stronger
Scramble back up to their feet. Tommy punches him in the face again. Takes him down a third time. Who do you think's winning the round? Tommy, right? But now on the fourth get-up with 30 seconds left, Bill causes enough damage to snap Tommy's head back. They're supposed to score the round for Bill. Even though Tommy got 3 takedowns and controlled him on the ground for 4 minutes, the ABC determines that the head snapping back was more value than a control on the ground with no damage. And to me, that blows me the fuck away. But certain judges that come into, let's say, Texas, that are borrowed from Nevada, they're now scoring different than they would in Nevada. So it's a whole new wrinkle that I've just uncovered that I'm going to factor into my handicap.
I mean, that is important because we do see that all the time. I actually agree with the damage over the takedowns. You would probably disagree, being appreciating the art and how much it takes to get a takedown and hold someone down, the wrestling side of things.
I would say damage equal to or greater if it's 2 minutes of the 3, but not in a 30-second sample size. You know what I mean? So I don't even think the judges know what they're doing at this point because they're being told to do different things.
All right. Yeah, I don't think either of us get up. I agree.
That's why we're going inside the distance. We're getting away from all these fucking judges, and we're going to bet on fights that are going to win inside the distance. Free bet, Stay Cashin. We have McKinney and Quinlan plus 125, both of them to end inside the distance.
All right. Let's go. And we will see you in the chat, Mikey. We'll wait for the PFL play. 4deepbets.com. Get over there. Like we said, $347 for the rest of the year or $27 for the week. Come in and fuck. Mike's got a PFL bomber for tonight heading into tomorrow's big card. All right, Mikey, we'll talk to you soon, brother.
Stay cashy.
Later, brother. All right, Silly Billy Rupp, who do you think wins in a fight, me versus you?
Yeah.
Obviously, I kill you. All right, Evan, who do you think wins in a fight, me versus Bill?
I don't know. I don't know.
I agree. It's obviously me. All right, 2-0. Both people agree. There's no chance. No chance. I would do 3 lines of blow and just fucking take your head off. Take your fucking head off. I would fucking kill you. Kill you.
Okay.
Look at him. What do you think he's doing, Evan?
I'll take cardiac arrest plus 2,000.
He's not putting a bet in. He's lying. It's 3. He's lying.
Guys, Bayern Munich is up 3-0. 33 minutes in. Their team total is 4.5. Minus 150. I'm hitting that right now.
All right, Bayern Munich. And I think Rackets tennis play. Sabalenka, last I saw, won the first set. Let me see. Sabalenka. Oh, it's down 3-0 in the second. So up a set. You can still get the Sabalenka minus 120. We need a break or two here in the second set. This one looks like it might go 3. And that's it. Bill, final words.
Collect on Monday, and this baseball slate, I don't love it, but we should have some ones in there that are going to cash, and join up and get in on it.
I agree. Evan, final words.
Football.
No, football.
Coming next week. Make sure you're here on Tuesday. Be on time. Be ready. Football talk starts next week. That's it for Mike Constantino, for Joey Rackets, Bill Rupp, and Evan Hand. I am the man who would absolutely destroy Bill Rupp inside the distance without a fucking question. The line would probably be minus 1,200. I am a monster.
Not a shot in hell.
Good luck. Stay cashin', motherfuckers.
Let's go!
I'd kill you.